I'm Kevin Cusack from Quidog Productions, joined by the very talented Wang Chung, Nick, and Jack. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're good, thank you.
Awesome.
Hot and sweaty and stimulated.
Yeah, you guys just got done playing Lost 80s live in Chandler. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was fun.
So, Jack, what is the hardest song to write?
This one's right. I guess the songs that are hardest to write are the ones where you sort of get a lot of music going and then you have to come up with lyrics. I always find lyrics kind of difficult. And the easier songs are the ones where the lyrics are kind of there in the first place, or at least come along with the songs. So, yeah, it's my recipe for songwriting analysis.
I'd go along with that.
Yeah.
Okay, for both of you, what is your favorite song to play live and why?
Yeah, that sort of varies, really. It's really fun to play Everybody Have Fun Tonight because everyone usually reacts so well. But then there's songs like To Live and Die in LA, which is kind of a slightly more sort of musical approach. So for me, anyway, there's the two extremes that are really both enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah, different songs sort of take on different characters as we sort of go with them. But I enjoy playing Wait these days for Points on the Curve. We sort of extend it slightly from how it is on the album. And yeah, it's a nice version. In fact, we've got a live album coming out next year, and the extended version is on that record. So,
awesome.
So that's something to look out for.
Very cool. What influences you musically and personally?
For me, all sorts of stuff. I think I have a pretty wide-ranging approach to music. So I listen to a lot of classical music, and these days a lot of jazz as well. So I guess current listening is a lot of Ornette Coleman, actually. His free jazz album and science fiction sessions. We're listening to that. And also interested in some. There's an artist called, what is he called? John Hopkins, and his album Insides, which came out a little while ago actually, but okay. That's a favourite as well. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. What about you, Nick?
I listen to all sorts of stuff from pop through to sort of jazz as well, and so I've been listening to, what have I been listening to? I listen to some dance music and electronic stuff. I've been listening to a bit of Miles Davis recently because we're hopefully doing To Live and Die in LA, the TV series, which has been sort of turned into a TV series. So that was one of the reference points. So I'm listening to that. Been in the car on the way here, I was listening to some Motown, Jimi Hendrix, all sorts of stuff.
Awesome. What kind of obstacles have you faced as a band?
What kind of what?
Obstacles?
Wow, that's we've got about 5 hours to. I think, well, the first obstacle was to have any kind of success. So at the beginning, it was sort of fairly, we'd travel all over the country to quite profound lack of interest, but slowly but surely we did start to build a following and then get a record deal. So that was a big obstacle and big hurdle to jump to get the record deal, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. That took us about 4 years of playing before we got that. And then I suppose that once you've done that, the next obstacle is to actually sell records and become successful. So, and then to keep up the success. And to do a good show. All these things are just obvious things, I suppose, that you have to face. And then what's the other thing? I suppose that sense of so it's quite a vulnerable thing to do. You sort of lay yourself open to you're literally being judged, So to kind of be open enough to do good work, but also to be able to take the sort of pain that can often go with it, don't know, I'm sure there are other obstacles you can think of, Jack.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
It's all been really easy for me. It's just me who's struggling. That's another obstacle. My partner finding it really easy. That really pisses me off.
If you weren't writing music or playing music, what would you be doing?
I've no idea, because I've never had a plan B. I started playing guitar when I was 8 years old, and that's all I've ever done, really. So I can't imagine what I would do if I didn't do music.
I actually have done. I have done other things, and so I suppose am doing other things. But I suppose they're linked to music. But so when I'm not writing or producing or playing or whatever, then I work on the TV show The Voice in the UK, and I've been an A&R guy for Warners and Sony for many years. I'm not doing it now, but I have done that. So I suppose it's all music related, but I'm not. And even when I was doing that, Jack and I sort of worked together on various projects where he'd come in and produce or write for some of the acts I'd signed or was working with. So, yeah. Otherwise, I'd probably, I don't know, be a cat burglar.
Awesome.
Would you want to steal all those cats?
Yes. I want to steal cats.
Now, Jack, I understand you composed music for a John Hughes film?
Well, we did a song for
Yeah.
John Hughes film. That was the
Breakfast Club.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It was, I think they were sort of casting around for various bands, and they had two central writers who were doing the main work. And they played us this song, and I think Nick and I just sort of got involved with it and rewrote the lyrics principally, and restructured a bit of a middle eight and stuff, and that became Fire in the Twilight, which was our contribution to the Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Awesome.
So yeah, but it was a great project to be involved with, and obviously a director as legendary as that, it's a privilege to be linked to him.
Definitely.
And a film that was quite seminal for them, and still, I suppose, is
It is.
in that style.
Yeah. One of the classic, iconic 80s movies of all time.
Exactly.
And any advice for young musicians out there?
If you want to make loads of money, then go into tech or become a banker.
If you want to have a great time,
But
if you want to have a great time, then do music.
then go into tech or become a banker. Do it because you love it, and don't necessarily be attached to the results or the sort of, what's the word, the money you're going to make, but just do it because the first thing is because you love it, and hopefully everything else will follow sort of naturally.
Awesome. How did you get involved with the Lost 80s tour?
Well, it was through Rob Juarez, the guy who sort of puts it together, the agent. So he's known us for many years.
Okay.
So I think he just, and I suppose we've been off the road for
20 years.
about 20 years, yeah. While we were both doing other things, as we were talking about before. So we kind of stopped doing stuff properly in about 1990, and then properly got going again in 2009, I think it was. So, so I think as we've kind of been back on the scene, these sort of things start to crop up, and we start to get more of a reputation for being back, and that's how it happened.
Awesome. Yeah, you both have great energy on stage. It's one of the things I noticed tonight.
Not bad for a bunch of old farts, really.
No, you're young. Okay, so of all the Wang Chung videos, which one is your favorite? And why?
I don't know. I like Everybody Have Fun Tonight because it's a bit neurotic and, you know, and it sort of almost contradicts the song itself, if you know what I mean. And then I suppose it's a bit of a vibe having William Friedkin direct our video of To Live and Die in LA. I don't know how brilliant that video is, but it's just cool that he directed it.
What about you, Jack?
Yeah. No, I agree. Everybody Have Fun Tonight is probably the one that's stood the test of time best, I think, and it's the best conceived of our videos in many ways. They're all fun, aren't they?
Yeah.
Some are excruciating. I suppose another cool person to have done our videos, the director Derek Jarman, who's an English. He's no longer with us, God bless him, but he was a very well-respected kind of art film director, and I guess he was doing videos to make a bit of extra money, but so it's kind of cool to
finance the other films.
Yeah, exactly. Very uncompromising, but very well, as I say, very well respected films. So for him to do a video was also pretty cool for us.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you for letting me interview you and taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me.
Yeah.
Thanks for interviewing us.
Yeah.
Thanks for your interest.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Cool. Thank you, and good luck on the rest of your tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.